Hello, my dear learners. How are you today? I hope you are feeling relaxed, curious, and ready to grow. Let me ask you something simple. Do you want English to feel natural, like a part of your daily life? Then the secret is not only in grammar rules or long study hours. The real secret is using English every single day in small, enjoyable ways. Think about this. When children learn their first language, they don't sit with books. They don't memorize rules. They simply use the language all day long, listening, speaking, playing, asking, laughing. And without even realizing it, they become fluent. You can do the same. English doesn't have to stay in the classroom or in your notebook. It can live with you, in your kitchen, in your workplace, in your phone, in your conversations. Let me show you how. Step 1. Talk to yourself in English. One of the best ways to practice English is surprisingly simple. Talk to yourself. At first, many learners smile when I say this. Some even ask, "But teacher, isn't that strange?" My answer is always no. It is not strange. It is smart, effective, and completely free. Think about it. Who is always available for you? You. Who listens without judging your mistakes? You. And who can help you practice every single day? Again, it is you. That is why I always tell my learners, be your own speaking partner. When you are cooking, describe what you are doing. I am chopping onions. The oil is hot. The smell is delicious. When you are cleaning, say, "This table is dusty. I'm wiping it clean. Now the room looks better." Even when you are outside, practice. "The sun is bright. The road is busy. I feel good today." These small sentences may look simple, but they are powerful. They turn your daily moments into English practice. Slowly, your brain learns to think directly in English without translating. Of course, sometimes learners ask me, "What if I don't know the word I need?" My advice is simple. Don't stop speaking. Use simple words or describe the thing in another way. If you forget the word microwave, just say, "the machine for heating food." This way, you keep speaking, and your brain stays active. Later, you can check the correct word. I remember one of my students, Ravi. He began this habit with only 1 minute a day. He would walk around his house saying, "This chair is small. I like this red cup. The window is open." At first, he laughed at himself because it felt funny. But he continued. After 1 month, he said to me, "Teacher, now I can speak for 10 minutes without stopping. My English is not perfect, but my fear is gone." That is the magic of talking to yourself. It builds confidence step by step. Here is a quick exercise for you. Look around your room right now. Choose 3 things and describe them out loud in English. For example, my phone is on the table. The window is big and open. The air feels fresh. Simple, right? But effective. Every time you do this, you train your mouth and brain to work together. The truth is, many learners only think in English silently, but do not actually speak. Then, when they meet a real English speaker, their brain knows the words, but their mouth refuses to move. Don't let that happen to you. Open your mouth every day, even if it is just for 1 minute. The more you talk, the more natural it becomes. So promise yourself this. Today, you will say at least 3 sentences out loud in English. Do it in your kitchen, in your room, even in front of the mirror. Remember, your voice is your best teacher. Step 2. Listen like a child. Think about how children learn their first language. Do they sit with grammar books? Do they memorize word lists? Of course not. They listen first. They hear voices, songs, and conversations around them. At the beginning, they don't understand every single word, but slowly, their brain catches the rhythm, the sound, and the flow of the language. Then one day, the words simply come out naturally. You can learn in the same way. Start with simple English podcasts, short YouTube videos, or even children's shows. Don't push yourself to understand everything. Just relax and listen. Let English enter your ears like music. I often remind my learners, your brain is smarter than you think. It learns in the background, even when you are not trying too hard. One of my learners, Asha, is a perfect example. Every morning while cooking, she played English songs. She didn't pause the song to translate. She didn't study the lyrics. She simply let the music play while she chopped vegetables and stirred the pot. After 3 months, she surprised herself. She was finishing the lyrics naturally, without ever opening a book. That's the power of listening daily. Here's a small tip for you. Choose one English voice you like, and listen to it regularly. It could be a podcast host, a YouTuber, or even a character from your favorite show. Don't worry about understanding every detail. Step 3. Learn words in action. Here's one of the biggest mistakes many learners make. They memorize long lists of words. 10 today, 20 tomorrow. But soon, those words disappear. Why? Because words without action don't stay. The secret is simple. You must learn words in action. For example, instead of just learning the word delicious, use it in your daily life. This soup is delicious. Instead of just knowing the word angry, say, my brother is angry because of traffic. When you connect words to your real life, they become part of your memory. I once had a student named Hina. She loved writing long lists of words in her notebook, but she quickly forgot them. I told her, stop collecting words. Start using them. She changed her method. Every time she learned a new word, she made 3 sentences from her own life. A few weeks later, she came back smiling. Teacher, she said, now I never forget words. They belong to me. Here's a little challenge for you. Today, choose one new word and make 3 sentences from your own life. For example, if the word is excited, You could say, I feel excited for the weekend. My friend was excited about her new job. The children were excited at the park. Do this daily, and soon your vocabulary will not just grow, it will live with you. So remember this. Don't just memorize words. Use them. Words become yours when you live with them, not when you write them in a notebook.